celebrating their survival with the casual cruelty of the truly incompetent. Sonia's former party toasted to their good fortune. The warrior mused, "I heard that there was a rank D monster in that dungeon, but I didn't think it would be that huge." His companion, a blonde mage with the moral compass of a starving piranha, added with a saccharine smile, "Sucks that Sonia didn't, though." They rationalized leaving her for dead as a simple matter of an adventurer being prepared, blissfully unaware that their comeuppance was striding towards them. Their self-congratulatory backpatting was cut short by the appearance of two figures in the doorway, Loa looking unimpressed, and Sonia looking very much alive. The shock was palpable, a beautiful symphony of panicked disbelief. "How are you alive?" the mage shrieked, her composure shattering like cheap glass. Her immediate reaction wasn't relief, but a masterful, lightning-fast pivot to crocodile tears. "I'm so glad, Sonia. You're safe!" she cried, launching herself at the bewildered tank. She spun a heroic tale of trying to stop Sonia from a suicidal charge, a performance worthy of a provincial theater. "I can't believe you went through that barrier by yourself," she wailed, clinging to the girl she'd left to die. Sonia could only manage a confused, what? Loa, an expert in being ostracized, watched this pathetic display with the detached amusement of a connoisseur. He understood the game perfectly. For adventurers, reputation is everything. And so, with a voice loud enough to gather a crowd, he decided to ruin theirs. "Perhaps I heard her incorrectly," he boomed, feigning confusion, "because she told me that you guys abandoned her back there." He laid out the facts with theatrical flair, painting a vivid picture of their cowardice. "She told me that you guys left her alone to fight that king frog," he bellowed, ensuring every onlooker heard. "And she would have died if I didn't save her." His voice echoed through the town square, a glorious act of public shaming. "You guys are awful!" When the man hissed for him to lower his voice, Loa simply shouted back, "Sorry, but this is how I always speak." Cornered, the man demanded proof. "Do you have any evidence that we did?" Loa was more than happy to oblige. "Yeah, of course I do," he said, a small dark object materializing in his hand, glowing with power. He held up the proof of his victory. "This D-rank magic stone is evidence," he declared. "I defeated the King Frog." The logic was simple and brutal. If you guys didn't run away, you should have this in your hands. The man sputtered, desperately trying to discredit the proof by pointing to Loa's infamous skill. "I'm sure that's just a fake!" He and the mage doubled down on their lie, insisting Sonia stayed behind by choice. Loa, with a shrug, left the verdict to the court of public opinion. "I'll leave it to the onlookers to choose who to believe." He directed their attention to the most damning evidence of all, Sonia's face, a portrait of guilt and misery. "It should be easy to tell who's right," the crowd murmured, their judgment swift and merciless. "They abandoned her?" one whispered. "That's horrible." Loa grinned, a truly wicked expression spreading across his face. "I'm a low-rank adventurer, so I don't need a good reputation," he taunted. "But you guys, on the other hand—" That was the final straw. The man lunged, throwing a wild punch. Loa, a veteran of fighting without fancy skills, met the attack with bored competence, catching the fist with ease. He followed up by unceremoniously slamming the man's face into the ground. Do you know how many years I've been fighting without using any powerful skills? Loa stated, not asked. You can't beat me in a fistfight. As the party readied for a real fight, a new challenger entered the ring, a thoroughly exasperated guild staff member. "That's enough, you guys!" he roared, his patience clearly non-existent. He threatened to revoke their guild cards, screaming, "Don't always drag me into these things!" Loa noted internally that the usually chill staffer had probably had a very bad day. Sonia, having seen enough, gently pulled Loa away. "You don't have to do any more." As they walked, she admitted, "You really did too much." But her tone held no complaint. Instead, she beamed, a genuine, radiant smile. "Thanks to you, I feel so much better." Loa looked at her, surprised by the sincerity. A small, gentle smile touched his own lips. "I see." Standing in a field of flowers, he conceded, "Then I think it was worth picking that fight with them." To celebrate, Sonia treated him to a feast of epic proportions, a mountain of meat and pasta. "I'll pay for all of it, so no need to hesitate," she announced cheerfully. Loa, a man accustomed to poverty, could only stare in awe. "Can I really eat something of such high quality?" he stammered, his eyes glued to the juicy, well-done meat. Sonia just smiled. "You saved my life, Loa-san." "Permission granted," Lo declared. "Then I won't hold back," and attacked the food with a ferocity that would make a starving wolf blush. He collapsed onto the table in a state of pure carnivorous bliss, much to Sonia's delight. Between mouthfuls, Loa confessed, "I've actually never eaten that much good food before." He explained his past, his ostracization, and the recent acquisition of his magic. He finally revealed his true motivation for saving her. "The reason I saved you," he said, his tone softening, "was because you were just like me." He admitted his first instinct was to walk away, feeling he had no right to interfere. He tried to brush it off, insisting he'd pay for the meal with the money from the magic stone, but Sonia saw through it. "But you still saved me, Loa-san," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "You didn't leave me behind." Her resolve hardened. "That's why I have to pay you back even more." She looked him straight in the eye and made a proposal that would change both their lives. "So, if it's okay with you, can we form a party together?"